Alright, hey guys, this is Heather, the Cozy Creative Teacher. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by again. It's so great to see you, and I hope you kind of enjoy some of this planning that I'm about to do today. If you are a new subscriber, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you'll stick around. So let me go ahead and take out what I want to actually use for my planning for the month, for this week, which is the week. I'm considering this more like a week 1 of April. These are some extra. So here I have some kind of Easter fun stickers, but I also have some of these, which are from Planning with Kay. They are the Easter Bunny sticker setup. So I want to actually use both in my planner. However, this is, by the way, the card that comes with the new Planner Perfect, Write Your Story in Luxury. So I want to keep it because I think it's a great card. This did have a little booklet, but I took the booklet out. I don't use them. So here's my signature series. I'm going to put it aside because right now the focus is going to be more on my planner setup. So let me go ahead and take out what I'm going to be using or including in my planner setup for the month of April. I have a few washi's. These are from my personal store. This is my online store, The Cozy Papery, so I have a few headers here. I also have some functional boxes, some washi boxes, some circles. I also have some functional boxes, and these are washi tapes. And then these are little washi headers. I might use them, I might not, but I also have some Easter themed headers and bunnies. I'm thinking what I might use is the bunny stickers, so I'm going to keep that out. I'm probably not going to use the earthy themes, and that's okay. And then of course, let me take out one sheet for the setup. And will I be using any washi? Right now I don't think any of these washis kind of go with it. So maybe I'll just use the washi for my goal sheets. So let's set that up first. So probably the remainder of this video is going to more likely be kind of a speed through of what I'm working on. Hey guys, this is Heather, the Cozy Creative Teacher. Welcome back to my channel, and I don't even know where to start with this one because I did a beautiful unboxing of my Planner Perfect, and it's stuck in my phone and I cannot get it out. And you know, unfortunately, it was just like an amazing, it was just really a fun and exciting unboxing I did for Planner Perfect, for the new sub box that I received for the month of April, and I'm just so upset, but I'm not gonna let it stress me out. First of all, I want to show you my new TN leather for the month of, actually this is gonna be for the spring and summer. Maybe I'd like to get like a nice baby pink one, we'll see. But this is the Daisy Signature series, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of walk you through what it kind of feels like, because in person it's so different. So it is like, it's almost like a really bright sunrise yellow is what I could describe it, and it's actually the Daisy Signature print from Jenny Pinton. And it's just it's a textured leather, so it's almost like a pebbled leather. And you can see it's JP. This is a signature series, so I guess when it's gone, it's gone. It's kind of from her personal designs. I know she has a few Christmas ones that they were trying to release, but it just didn't work out. But I would like to get one of those. But yeah, and by the way, I have to preface this by saying when I first saw these online, I said, oh, the leather is going to be really soft. This is not soft leather. This is going to last you a very long time. It is so thick and sturdy and well stitched together that I actually really like it. So my April sub box, this is what it came with, and I want to kind of walk you through some of the fun little exciting things that came with it. I want to make sure I got the right ones though. Yep, this is the April sticker set. So I want to walk you through that first, and then I'm going to show you the journal. Maybe I'll just show you the April journal for now, so you could see, because I want you to kind of see how I'm going to set up the planner. So let's go ahead. These are my actual, this is like a Bible journal, and this is my Bible study. All right. So I have two separate like journals, and I'm not just gonna kind of chuck one away because I have a new one. I'll save them and I use them when I'm ready. So first of all, this is what came in the sub box. This is the April 2026. It says Sovereign Resurrection, and it doesn't look like it, but if you actually look closely, there's actual engraving. Oh, it's almost like a layered, the flower is layered on top of almost like newsprints. And it's almost like you see it, it's like slightly in the background. It says Sovereign Resurrection on it. I'll show you what the back looks like. And of course the signature daisy print. And of course the red stitching. These are all, the red stitching is a signature of a Planner Perfect journal. The cover is pretty, I think, in my opinion, I think the cover is pretty sturdy. It's not like hard, but it's like, you know, I think it'll last. It won't, it doesn't seem like it'll break. It's definitely has its sturdiness to it. And this is what's the inside of the Planner Perfect planner. The planner looks like. So you have the months with the sidebar for notes. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 goals pages. They are dark grid, but it's almost, let me see, where's my ruler? I wanted to kind of measure it for you so you could see how big. They are, oh, they're 1 centimeter boxes. Right, that's 1 centimeter. I think this is, yeah, so they're 1 centimeter. The boxes are about 1 centimeter each. Is it 1 around? Yeah, it's 1 around, so it's a pretty big, actually, I think that's a pretty big box for a dot grid. But this, and the dot grid is very light. So you have 4 goals pages, and then you have, of course, the weeks. Now, in the previous series of the subscription boxes, the days of the week were thicker. And of course, the Saturday and Sunday was split. Saturday here, Sunday here. Now you actually had them all spread out with the notes. And I'm going to go ahead and measure it. I want to see if they're all the same size. So we're looking at about 5 inches each. Is that correct? Let's see the measurements. This one's a little less than 5. This is 5. Oh, okay. Yeah, they are 5 centimeters each. They're 5 each, which is pretty cool. Very evenly dispersed. So the notes is slightly less. And so is the Wednesday. But I mean, in general, they all kind of look the same. But you could see this, the Monday and the Friday look a little wider. And then, of course, you have 2 pages of dot grid. That is basically 2 days for every day of the week. You can kind of do it the way you want. It is also meant for like daily and morning scripting of your day, which is pretty cool. It's almost like a very much like an intention setting setup. And you have your days of the week. And then it basically repeats the same pattern. Repeats the same pattern. And then at the end, you have a month in review page. I have actually never had to use it because I use my Moxa Life for that. Let's go over the stickers that came with the sub box for April 2026. In every sub box, you get 2 sets of stickers for the Planner Perfect. And this is what came in. Of course, April is kind of like lots of bunnies, lots of florals, lots of blues. And so let's look at this one. Again, these are very much thicker style. They're thicker sticker. It's very thick or like almost like a waxed sticker paper. So I'm going to show you what they look like up front. You've got like 2 sheets of the florals, the blue florals. This one is exactly on the cover of the April planner, which is pretty cool. All right. And you have 2 sheets of this. And then you have a little throwback to, you know, kind of a hint at like Easter celebrations and April. You've got lots of bunnies and some birds. And then like a little decorative a layered floral Easter egg here, a butterfly, 3 Easter eggs. So you have 2 sheets of there. This little chick is very cute. It's like a little chick with Easter eggs. So you have that. And then you have your tip-ins. Goodness help me, I still don't know what to use with my tip-ins. I just collect them. I don't know. All right, so you have your April 2026 calendar with a little blue feather. Then you have Bloom Holiday, which is pretty cool. Let me get the other one. So you get 2 tip-ins of each. 2 sets of each tip-in. You have your, it says, Breathe, Begin. It's kind of like a little floral card, very much watercolor. I feel like this one's watercolor, but some of them aren't. This is like a very much a close-up of a petal. It's very pinkish. You have a ballerina, Not So Sure. So you could kind of see her dress, I feel like, is very similar to almost like these colors. You see, it's very, the blue, you got the blues, the hues of the blues, but you also have the springy kind of Easter style. And this is this floral here. Do we have this floral? I feel like it's the bouquet. If I'm not mistaken, it looks to me like it's the bouquet. So you have these cards. So here's the tip-in. So let's go over it. And I think that the journal. No, that's the blue. Let me see if I can find the journal for you really quick. Here. Here is the other journal that came with the setup. It says Built to Rise April Reflections. So it's basically a blank doc-grid journal. And you can see it's almost like kind of built to rise. The font has changed definitely in these planners. All right, so let's go over it. And then of course you have your 3 washies. Every Planner Perfects, you either can get the full subscription box, which includes 2 journals, or you can get the I guess just like the stationery kit, which is the stickers, the tip-ins, and washies. So I get both because I like to use the journals. You can see. So let's go over some of the stickers that I got. I mean, some of the washies, and I want to use this little paper here. I'm just going to kind of set the washi up on a nice sheet of paper so you could see how it looks on whites paper. So this washi is okay. All right, it's basically, here are 3 spring washies. I'm going to show you how they look. So one is the Yellow Daisy that actually goes perfectly. It actually matches perfectly with the leather, the Daisy Signature Series leather. So I love that. Then you have this washi, and this actually, I'm going to be honest, I will not be using this because of the way the cut line is. You can't really, unfortunately, the way the washi is cut, you can't really see like where the floral, like too much of the floral there. It's almost like they're coming out slightly. But the theme that I'm using for the month of April is lots of like purple florals and fun things like that. So I want like the flowers in my planners this month to pop. So this is not going to help that. So maybe I can find something else to do with the washi. I'm not sure. And then this is a little green basket weave. You could see it's actually very nice washi. So I'm excited about that. But this washi I will not be using just because of the way, I wanted the flowers to pop a little bit more. But that's okay. So let's go over the complete setup for April 2026. So you have your planner, the new journal style and aesthetic from the signature, from the, I guess, the signature box. It's a new design, new aesthetic, new layout. It's very simple, to be honest with you. It's kind of like, you kind of like have to, if you're looking for a planner where like you kind of like can do your own style of layout or setups, these are the, a blank journal planner is the way to go. If you're someone who wants full structure, these are not that, right? These are a little different. This is my journal, but this actually is going to go back to my stash. It does say April Reflections, so maybe I'm going to design a new cover just for this one, because if the monthly journals are going to say the month of the year, I'm not going to be able to use them because I like to use whatever journals I have and then I pull out the next one. So I will keep them in my stash. Sometimes I use them for like planning big parties, and I just designate a specific planner for that. These are the stickers, and again, don't forget you do get 2 sets of every sticker. Here is the little Easter the Easter theme. And this is kind of the floral theme, which is nice. Let's see. And then, of course, our tip-ins and the calendar. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and show you the way the way I'm going to set it up. And I'm going to take my April 2026 planner. Let me just put my tip-ins on the side here. And I want to do a nice little photo, actually, afterwards. All right, here's my spring leather, my Daisy Signature Series. And these are actually like the old Planner Perfect stickers, and I'm just going to keep them here until I use them out. Because I want to I don't like to kind of just keep storing stuff. I like to actually use it. So this calendar, I always keep the calendar card in the Planner Perfect. By the way, if you didn't know, because this is a Daisy Signature Series, you do have it etched. It says the Signature Series by Jenny Pinson, original artwork. So this is actually like engraved. And remember, this is like a sturdy leather. So if you're paying like, I think I paid like 200, a little over 200 for this cover. And it is like worth it. It is definitely worth it. So, all right, this is my 2026 yearly overview. So I just use this as like a yearly thing, a monthly grocery list and things like that. So let's see. And I'm going to keep it here in the middle, but because I'm about to do a plan with me for the Planner Perfect, I'm going to keep that like that. But let me just get my tip-in cards of what I want. I want actually these right now in my tip-ins. So I'm going to put them here. And I love this. I love just having little beautiful cards. Something else I got was this. Oops. I got some gold kind of clips. So I'm going to use them to keep my stickers together. I think that would be like cute, and it matches really nice. So I'm going to keep that there. And of course my stickers. I'm going to definitely keep my stickers here. So there we go. And there we go. So let's see. So let's go over. All right, guys. So this was my little mini unboxing of the Planner Perfect, because of course my other phone camera did not work. But I hope you guys let me know if I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're using any of these supplies for your planning for the month of April. And I will talk to you guys soon, guys. Bye. Me too. Hold on one second, Matthew. Okay, so I kind of just showed you just how I kind of just did a quick design. I use planners from Planning with Kay. I use planner stickers from Planning with Kay, and I also use the washi from Jenny Pinson. I use the basket weave, the green basket weave, and I use the daisy, the signature daisy one, the yellow. The yellow is actually really pretty on paper, so I'm gonna use this maybe for the second or third week fully. And so let me just, do a flip through of how I set up my planner for April. So I used my headers for, I used my purple sticker set for April. Not much here yet because, again, like this is kind of like the monthly overview. I don't necessarily always have to fill it up unless there's like a lot of pressing items and appointments that I have to set up, and that's not there. Here's, I think I'm gonna add this purple washi, which is like a checklist washi, just because to add a little bit of something different. Here, there you go, perfect. I don't know, since it's there. All right, there. So I have that. Now here's what I set up for the goals. I used the daisy. I used the yellow daisy washi, and I used some rabbit stickers from the Planning with Kay rabbit collection. You can find those on her website. And then here's my first week of April, and I set it up almost like a garden, which is really cool, except I feel like it could use a lot more bunnies or like some animals. So I'm gonna add more bunnies, but I am using the washi from Jenny Pinson, but also I'm using I used here like the Easter Bunny set and the chicks with the egg set from Jenny Pinton. And then just some little bunnies. Something fun. This is a washi from Planning with Kay. This is kind of like a little wooden little fence. And then here is how I set up my week. I've been looking to see like do a different variety of like setups for my weekly planners, for my weekly scripting. So I was like, well, let me try to do something a little different with the washi's and the way I'm setting up the washi's and break apart the pages a little bit and see what happens. I feel like why not? So you could see I kind of put the washi in the middle of the page. I put a thicker header here. Here I did more like a line washi, but then I did a little borders on the top and bottom. Okay. Here I did the side washi, but kind of almost like this is like the margin of the page to write across, which is pretty cool. Thought this was nice. I did a little bunny header with the basket weave on the bottom, and then I did the basket header on the top. Here I did another little sidebar washi, just a blank page, but then a little basket header on the top. I did a basket on the side, like a little margin, and then I did this one. And then this is, I always try to use a different color washi on the last the last 2 pages of the week, because it's like I'm shifting my designing to another setup or another aesthetic. So probably I feel like because I used the yellow washi to set that up as my last page, I'm probably going to use the yellow washi or more like a yellowish theme for the following week. So, and I set these up on a week-to-week basis, but the way I do my Plan With Me videos for Planner Perfect, I like to do the design. I don't really like to fill out. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do like a little Instagram video of like myself scripting with a little voiceover. I feel like that would work better, but I feel like for Planning With Me, I like to show you the designing. All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. I know it was like kind of short and sweet, but I wanted to kind of show you how I'm setting it up. And I'm so excited to actually dive into this planner and also dive into my new beautiful Daisy Signature Series Planner Perfect TN. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful first week of April. If you're new or a returning subscriber, be sure to let me know in the comments what you think of the new sub box. I know there's lots of opinions about it, and I welcome them. I welcome the discussion. I think it's healthy to kind of give critiques, right? Because no one's perfect and there's always room to grow. But I do in general love like just the sub box itself. I feel like it was a great sub box, and I'm looking forward to like seeing how it works with the new planner. And if you're a new viewer to my channel, welcome, and please be sure to hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell, just so you can kind of be notified when I start posting more of my Plan With Me videos for the month of April. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.